Sonic Drift 2 was released for the Sega Game Gear in 1995. Oddly enough, North America was the only country to not receive its predecessor, Sonic Drift. For Sonic fans, however, this was a nice departure from the traditional style of the Sonic games that we were used to. It's a kart racing game that's similar to the Mario Kart games. And when I say similar, I mean it's a kart racer. But hold on, I can't give this game too much shit just yet. Now, Sonic Drift 2 isn't a long game by any means, but it is packed with quite a bit of content, more so than I would expect from a Sega Game Gear racing game. The main racing mode in this game is called Chaos GP. This is where you and 3 other NPC players go head-to-head in a race. The tracks are separated into 3 different categories: purple, white, and blue. Within each color there are 6 different tracks, making a total of 18 tracks in all. Which is kind of a lot of tracks for a Sega Game Gear game, more than I expected there'd be. Next up is picking your character. There's 7 different racers in total, which again is more than I expected there would be in a game like this. Each with their own specific racing stats as well as special abilities that'll help you get into first place depending on your playstyle. The characters that you can choose from are Sonic, Tails, Amy, Robotnik, aka Eggman, Metal Sonic, Fang the Sniper, which is a really weird choice to put in this game because this is only the second time he's ever been in a Sonic game, the first being Sonic the Hedgehog Triple Trouble on the Game Gear as well. And of course, Knuckles. And might I add, none of the racer's stats or abilities are disclosed anywhere when you're picking your character. Anyway, let's get on with the Sonic drifting. The main focus in this game is the drifting, obviously, because it's Sonic drifting, but it's essential in this game. You can't turn without doing it. I mean, you can, but you'll slide off the track every single time. That's how important it is. By tapping or holding the brake button will allow you to drift. It's a very fine line maintaining a drift while you're turning, because if you hold the button down too long, you'll just spin out or go off the track. So it's something you have to get used to. After a few tries though, you'll understand what I mean. Even when you get it down though, your nerves are like going crazy because you're trying to hold that specific little spot while drifting. It's so temperamental. But drifting aside, there's only really one problem I have with this game, more or less. It's a Game Gear game, what are you gonna do? When you make contact with another racer from behind them and touch them, it makes you spin out, like you got hit with something. It makes no sense. Well, why? It literally forces you to be on the left or the right side of the track at all times, unless you're in first place, obviously, but then you want to be in the middle, which will allow them to hit you from behind and they spin out. So it's so frustrating at times that you're just like, why did they put this in here? Why not just like bump the racer to the side or bump you back or anything but make you fucking crash? Again, it's a Game Gear game. Yes, I am aware. 1995, it's old, but still. Now, using a racer's special ability requires you get rings. Normally in a kart racer like, let's say Mario Kart for example, the coins that are scattered around the track, when you pick those up, it increases your maximum speed. In this game, it allows you to use your special abilities. You need 2 in order to do so. By pressing up on the D-pad will allow you to spend those rings and use your special ability. Everyone has their own specific attacks, so if you really want to know what they are and what they do, here they are on screen. Pause the video and you can read it because I don't care to explain it. Aside from track obstacles, which are a given, there's also power-ups that you can get. Once you collect one, it'll be stored in your inventory. Granted, you can only keep one item at a time and you can use it whenever you feel like it by pressing up on the D-pad. Again, if you're really interested to know what the power-ups are, they're very similar to the character's abilities that they already have. So pause the screen right now and read them, you sicko Sonic freaks. Another thing I don't really like about this game is that there's no draw distance. It kind of feels like Outrun, where you're going really fast, but the draw distance is like 0, so you can't tell what's coming up until it's already there. There are signs on the track letting you know when a turn's coming up, and there is a map of the track that shows your real-time position for each racer and your rank, as well as how many rings you have, so it's kind of helpful, but since the draw distance thing is just so shoddy, I don't know, it kind of doesn't matter. I do like a lot of the tracks. They're all fairly different, as in they are a different color and there's different obstacles, and some of them are doing multiple laps and others are from the beginning till the end. So that's kind of cool, I guess. They all kind of feel the same though, even though they're different, if that makes sense. So shit gets kind of monotonous is what I'm trying to say. Naturally, whoever has the most Chaos Emeralds is the winner, and you don't get anything for winning. It just tells you your times, which is kind of cool, I guess, if you're a speedrunner, but there's no unlockables at all. Like, none, which is kind of pathetic. The only thing that you get from winning is bragging rights, but if you're someone who needs to brag about being good at Sonic Drift 2, you disgust me. But in all honesty, there's a lot more than I thought there was going to be within this game, you know? It took me like maybe an hour to beat all of the tracks, so there is a lot more than I expected. Is the game great though? No, but I do have to give credit where credit is due. It's better than Sonic R. That wasn't very hard to do though. It's cool to see how far the Sonic racing games have come since 1995 or 4, whenever the first one came out. It didn't get released here, but I've played a ton of the newest one that's on PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and Switch. It's probably my favorite racing game of all time. I even like it more than Mario Kart. No, I don't. I remember playing Sonic Drift 2 all the time as a kid. It was one of my favorite Game Gear games, believe it or not, and now I don't care. I always wondered though, why does Sonic drive in a car when he could run even faster than a man-made machine? Anyway, you guys, that's my review of Sonic Drift 2 on the Sega Game Gear. Let me know what you guys thought of this game down below in the comment sections, and if you enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button and notification bell, let you know when I go live and when I upload new content, which is at least once a week, unless I'm really lazy, then it's maybe like once every 8 days. Anyway, you guys, thank you so much for tuning in. I will see you next time in the Nerd Lair.